What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to another exciting episode of K9 Cop Podcast, man. It's your host, DJ.
This your boy, JT.
This is JoJo.
What's going on? Said.
Well, y'all know what it is, man. We done came together, man, sitting here chopping it up for a little too long. Y'all said, man, let's turn this camera on and start putting some of this on film, letting y'all know what we talking about, man. But y'all know what it be about, man, them dogs. Man, we all been going through some things right now. I don't know how we're going to start it off this time. I know we was talking before we started about the weather, y'all. Summertime's coming up. It's starting to get hot. Bugs, they're coming out. They're being born. They're increasing. And a lot of them will affect your dog. I know my biggest thing right now is the other day I just treated my yard for just flies. You know, that'd be the biggest thing I got because and I'm going to speak on that because I know we're going to speak on the different things that might affect the dog during the summertime. But I guess one of the biggest we all can speak on is flies. You know what I mean? That's ain't nobody gonna get around them. The flies right there. So, you know, one thing I try to do, and I'll ask y'all what y'all do. You know, I got outside dogs and inside, but they all got to use in the backyard. I daily clean my yard up. At the same time, too, I go to the feed and seed store, and they can sell this one type of. It's almost farm-based chemical, but you hook it to your water hose and you spray the yard with it. It's supposed to get rid of stuff like flies and fleas and stuff like that. And at the same time, too, y'all use the bags that you put a little water into.
I got a container, a canister. It's something like a little canister.
Them like fly traps.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, it's
fill them up in a couple days.
It got to smell though. It probably smell worse than the dog. You'd be amazed.
You never use them? Yeah, the green or the blue bag.
Put a little powder in it and you mix it. It smells.
Now he got the big container. I usually get him the single-use bags.
It work?
Dude, man, I swear. Now I got it right in the middle of the cage, and it keeps it kind of away from the dogs. I don't have as many outside, but now in my building, I got puppies in there, so they rushing in. So for the inside of the building, I don't know what I'm gonna use yet. Cause that stuff got a smell to it. You know.
Hey, I would try using the bags.
The bag,
yeah, because you know you might be using a little bit more in that container, but the bags it got the just perfect amount. And like I said, I use mine outside, so I might not have the smell as strong as yours is, even though, like you said, it do kick off a smell. But I usually put two of them, one side of the yard, no flies.
Yeah. Do it trap the flies?
Yeah,
traps.
Dude, I'm telling you,
it traps
in there. You see them every day. It's
filling up.
It's just filling up every day.
Filling up more flies.
Yeah.
There's to be one or two.
And they just push it
Next
down.
thing you know, yeah.
And it's just, man, it's crazy.
And I used to change them every couple of days. I done seen, man, really, you can run that bag for about a good week.
Well, see that container. It's probably it ain't even full yet. Because they keep compact. It take a lot. Yeah. So I say about maybe a month.
For that container.
So can you hang it up in your garage?
Yeah. As long as you got to hang, but you got it. It's a smell. It's a loud. It's smell. Yeah. You don't.
It attracts them.
Yeah, it attracts
flies.
It's pungent. As far as keeping them off your dogs, there's minimal flies going down with the dogs. They all trying to get there.
It keeps them. It keeps them out my yard. No lie.
You can use that quick strike too, though. It's like a fly bait. Man, that shit like crack though for them flies.
Now, what is you said? It's called quick strike.
Yeah.
Now, what does it look like? Or what type of?
It's a white powder, like I said, like crack. But I mean, I think it'll kill your dogs if they get a hold to it.
It ain't that serious.
You want to keep it up.
You know, it scared me.
Hey, get it done though.
See, that's another thing too. When you using chemical stuff, because you got to make sure that it's safe for pets. You got to. Yeah. You got to, because some of that shit can be pretty strong, man.
Because usually, even like when I use that stuff that I spray my yard with, you know what I mean? It's a strong chemical base, you know what I mean? Because you hook it to your water hose. I make sure I do it like as soon as I put my dogs up for the night, spray it so at least another 12 hours before they hit the yard. Dry up. So like you say, because they'll be out there licking all over that stuff, sniffing it, and they don't tell them.
Was it like, when is the best time to use it? When your grass is high or when your grass is low?
I would say low.
Yeah. And then I'll say when you got it, just go ahead and use that shit. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting there for 2 weeks talking about as soon as I cut the grass, I'm gonna spray this, man. Listen, if you know you ain't gonna hit that grass for a week or two, man, go ahead and spray that shit out there.
I try to do it,
but like you say,
when I cut it,
because
you know, like fleas are hide, they hide under, you know, higher grass, you know what I'm saying? So then you want, you know, the heat kills fleas, so they be under like bushes and stuff. You definitely need to hit your bush.
Yeah, I think that was I made a mistake, everybody. And what happened with me, I didn't spray my yard down before before the heat started rising. Now right now my yard full of the damn fleas and damn flies. So some of them got on my dogs, and my dogs stretching like hell. So right now I'm kind of battling with that little problem. So I got to take full responsibility about it and try to get up on it. And that's going to cost me probably double the money now.
What you using that for? Prevecto?
Yeah, I'm using Prevecto for them. And that pretty much kind of work ASAP. It's like $60 a pill. You can get it at your vet for that. But I guess going forward now, that I'm going to make sure I'm out to at least spray my yard 2 or 3 times during the summer.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times because
all year round,
my yard hold like water.
Yeah.
After being raining a lot. And this one, all the flies and everything.
See, that's going to be your issue because you spray, that rain going to come through and wash it out. So you're going to have to do it more and more, you know what I mean, just to stay up on it, man. So, yeah, you definitely going to have
granules will be good.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something else, man, something I use, and I don't know if y'all heard of it. It might be pronounced wrong, Damascus Earth.
I heard about that.
Get the food-grade Damascus Earth, man. Man, I use it. I put it on my dogs. I put it in their kennels, on the yard. At the same time, too, I put it in their food because it's food grade. It's almost like a white powder, but it's real.
It's crushed up shit.
Yeah, it's crushed up because it's that type of you add water to it. It's like the water don't even do nothing to it. You know what I mean? So, but like I say, you can put it in their food. They can eat it, so it can work on the inside, man. Say it's good for their digestive system too. But at the same time, man, how it works is it's a fine powder, but if you magnify it, it's almost like cut glass. So it works it kills fleas on touch. You know what I mean? Because by a flea touching it, and basically what it does, it's too small for the eye to see. It cuts into their body, and basically what it says is it dries them out. Man. You know what I mean? Because that's why I say, if you try to pour water on it, water don't even do nothing to that shit. So when it cuts into the fleas, it pretty much dries them from the inside out.
Where you get it from?
I actually order mine on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can find anywhere, but like I said, I just get on Amazon. And a lot of the actual comments, you know what I mean, feedback will be people telling you that's how they use it too, man. But yeah, I definitely swear by that. Because I done kind of got away, like you said, one time before I used that chemical. And what you say that you was using for your dogs? Prevecto. But I went to the Greenville Humane Society. Now, there you can actually sell it. They sell the pills for $20, $30. I meant to tell you that. Yeah, go check with them. It is depending on your dog weight and size. But yeah, they sell a pill that I'm talking about, man. I took this pill home, gave it to my dogs, instantly. Fleas were jumping off of them dying. But this is the thing that shit scared me because I was like, you know how strong that chemical got to be to get into your dog's bloodstream and kill fleas from the outside?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just you hear talk about a lot of the medicines, you know what I mean, shortening the life of dogs.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of got on that Damascus Earth. Something else I use for fleas and ticks. Every 2-3 days I put pumpkin seed. Grind up pumpkin seed in my dog's food. That's good for worms too.
And what about Don? Discharge it.
Well, that works too, but it's like a catcher. You know what I mean? Something good for Don, you say at night, you got your dogs on the inside around their kennels, set like a light out in a glass of dish detergent inside of a dish. Oh yeah, and they'll track them to it. Yeah. But it's only the ones that it attract. You know what I mean?
So washing your dog ain't going.
Definitely washing it. Yeah. But at the same time, too, the way fleas work, a lot of times you're only gonna kill the live ones. Yeah, you ain't gonna kill the eggs. Yeah.
That's
So,
like
like,
Dawn is like
it's
a
so
quick
many-
little
yeah.
fix. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna get down to the
Nah.
nitty gritty,
Yeah.
but just like Dawn is the go to if you
Yeah.
got fleas on the dog.
Like if you gonna sell your puppies, like you want to hit them with that.
Yeah, don't.
The bitch, well, listen, when you picked them up, he ain't had no fleas. Don't call me with that
Send
shit.
him out a hash on the road.
That's the way up.
7 to 9 days, bitch, a week. What you talking about? Listen, you ain't see nothing on my yard itching.
Hey, that's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, y'all.
We don't do that. Listen, we telling you right now, we work to keep our dogs healthy. But
Right.
like I say, hey, you can pick up that dog, boy. Listen, it's smelling good. Listen, 2-3 days later, boy, everybody in the house.
Hey, y'all ain't got fleas over
Hey, listen, you ain't took him to no dog park, did you?
I bought a dog like that before.
there. Yeah. I think everybody has.
I bought a dog when I got this motherfucker home, man.
Boy, listen,
I
I
flipped
had
them over, man. It was like a whole bunch of goddamn things. It just all on them, man.
yes.
Oh yeah, and then you gotta bomb your whole house.
Yeah.
Man,
That
bomb
shit,
your whole.
that shit, man.
Boy, you can't kill him, boy. Listen, you might squeeze him, that bitch still alive. Listen,
Yeah.
boy, you can't kill no flea,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, you don't want that. You do not want no flip on
You
you.
don't want that.
But you know something I look at, right? And I know dogs in the wild and stuff, but I'm gonna get technical. I'm gonna go left field like this. I started thinking about fleas and shit, and I started getting biblical on. I was like, what was fleas created for? They got to have a reason. So my mindset with that was they can't be that bad. Because at the end of the day, the fleas is more of a problem because we don't want to live with them than the dog. At the end of the day, the fleas are here for some reason too. Like, what do the ones in the wild do? Now, I'm not saying all animals in the wild got fleas, but they got to be some way that they're naturally. What do they? Are they eating maybe some plants or something that's keeping them or helping rid them of fleas?
You killed a deer before.
Oh, that is
deer got fleas on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
already, yeah.
but you know these domesticated animals too.
So more so, what we do and all this money we spend on fleas is more for us.
Because they, like they, you know, they domestic. You know, they.
But every animal in the wild gonna have fleas, right?
Shit, every animal
But
they die
they-
too from that shit.
Yeah,
But every
Yeah.
animal ain't dying. Every year, the animals being born and raised.
and dying too.
Because you get birds can have fleas, everything.
but this shit called infection.
But what are they doing to not get killed by fleas? What are they naturally eating in the wild?
Yeah.
What are they doing? That's where I'm trying to get to
I
it.
see what you're
What are they doing? You know what I mean? Because we're worried about so much about these chemicals. Is there maybe some plant or something that maybe they're rubbing up against or eating in their diet that we could find out about that?
They're immune to it. Maybe.
Some just get hit. Just what areas? Some get hit in the areas. Like
Some
fleas
get-
in the areas. Some might have been this one. Because you can't just fleas just can't just be around because they're gonna kill your pig. They just and they do it every like if you look at like shows like National Geographic, if you look at like lions and shit, they have piles of goddamn fleas on shit, flies and everything. They shake it off. They go, they try to go in the water or something like that.
Cover
You can drown them. You can drown.
Yeah. That's about the best, but fleas serve no purpose but killing.
Killing.
Just like a wasp.
But I tell you what, man, like I say, I try to get, that first time I used that chemical like that, man, it blew me because I know it got to be strong. And I heard talk about they shortening the life. So like I say, that's why I've kind of gotten to I use that Damascus earth. You know what I mean? Like I say, every time I wash them after I'm done, my dog looks like I can put powder on them because I rub their bodies with that. You know what I mean? Same time too, in their kennels, in their bed, and just outside of the dirt. You know what I mean? Because like I say, any flea that comes in contact with it is gonna kill it. At the same time too, pumpkin seed. I naturally grind that. I got a bag of pumpkin seed. I'll grind that up in a grinder, put that in their food a couple times a week. Garlic. You know what I mean? Garlic's another natural one. That's from the inside out. You know what I mean? That's good for their stomach, but at the same time too, fleas and ticks don't like garlic. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Like how if we eat too much garlic, it comes out of like, but what you been eating? Garlic? You know, same thing for dogs. It's gonna come out their blood system and it's gonna keep fleas and ticks away from them, man. So that's why I kind of look at it a lot of times too. What I try to do the
Like
natural remedy. Yeah, natural, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to prolong the life of my dogs. Because at the end of the day, if they don't have me, if they're wild animals, they're not going to be able to get, you know what I mean, that $30, $40 pill. You know what I mean? So that's just something I use. You know what I mean?
True.
Just want to share it because there's other ways. You know what I mean, to use it.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the same thing, just like humans. If you want to try natural stuff, you go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah. You gonna go to the doctor or you gonna
doctor ain't gonna give you the natural stuff.
Yeah, he gonna give you that.
Yeah, he gonna give you the script.
You gotta go to Dr. Babu down there.
Yeah. Bird off root and all that.
Hey, but that's crazy, you know, because and we just kind of speak on that, man. And that's another thing because I know we was talking about health and everything. And I know how you be going to the gym and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get back into it and everything too. It's like a lot of things that correlate with us, we should be passing on to our dogs too. You know what I mean? Trying to be more healthy, you know what I mean? Trying to put natural stuff in our body, trying to get away from the chemicals and staying away from the doctor. Like you said, how much money you done spent the last 2 weeks, man, at the vet?
Shit, man. Man.
Don't make that man mad.
Yeah, I've been spending some money.
Yeah, man.
But like, it's hard, man, because sometimes like you want to try the natural remedy, but then when you got the vet, got some shit that say, okay, the shit can help right now.
30 seconds, yeah,
you know,
30 minutes. Listen,
yeah, the remedy
jumping off of them.
Yeah, I mean the remedy sometimes it works, but when you go to that doctor, boy,
I guess there's always gonna be that middle place because it's at the same time too. Like if right now I had a toothache, I don't want to hear about no root. I need to chew on.
Yeah.
Like I need to lower tab 10. I don't want to feel no damn pain. Yeah, so
I guess, but I think the natural stuff it worked to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like before it get worse, if you can kind of catch it, maybe something when it's small bacteria infection, something maybe. But anything else, I go to the vet.
And I think at the same time too, it's like with us, it's got to be prolonged use. Like you start going natural with your dog, it's not nothing that's gonna be overnight. That's why, like the things I add is like 2-3 times a week, where it's not overflowing their system, but it's built up and it's in their blood system. You know what I mean? So it's naturally going to always be working. Where like, okay, if you was to start tomorrow, you ain't gonna see no benefits a month from now.
No.
Now it's gonna take at least 6 months of continuous, and it's in their blood system for you see down the line some real effects of it. A lot of people, we want that quick fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it don't work like that though.
Nah.
It don't work like that.
Yeah, nah. What about you, JoJo? Anything you ever had to deal with that's dealing with fleas, ticks, or any type of?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much you gotta take care of it. I've had puppies one time. This was like the first time I even dealt with fleas, and ended up being anemic from the flea infestation.
Oh,
and we're not looking for it. I mean, you got the fur. They hard to see. But when you see them, you see them.
Yeah.
Finally, was wondering why the puppy just was looking skinny. And come to find out it was anemic from fleas.
Dang.
And it's
that killer puppy. Right?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, killer puppy.
Yeah, so it's important to take care of them because you have. I mean, the mama dog feed have fleas. She gonna put it right on them. So
and that's dang. I ain't even thought about that, man, because I've kind of practiced and tried some. Usually I have all my dogs litters inside, but I've tried a couple litters outside. You know what I mean? And I didn't think about that. The ones I did have was in the colder months.
Yeah.
But like if I was to right now have a litter, try to put them puppies outside, more than likely,
they smell it.
Yeah, flies ain't good either because that's coccidia.
Yeah,
can bring you coccidia. So,
I guess it's just mainly just being on top. Just recognize, okay, the weather changing, it's starting to get hot, and just Especially if you got one dog, two dogs, it don't matter. You just have to prepare your yard to make sure keeping flies and fleas and everything off your yard. It's about the best. That's the only thing you can do. Just prepare.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
You know what? I kind of want to switch gears, man, and get on some real stuff because I was driving here tonight, right? Driving here tonight, I was thinking about, dog owner, dog breeder, just all the bullshit that motherfuckers ain't talking about. Like how motherfucking tired we be. Now listen, sometimes, and I kind of want to speak on this, man, because, a lot of times, you see us on the camera, and when we pop out at shows, you be like, damn, boy, there go my man. But boy, listen, in the meantime, in between time, this shit real.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just like
I told you,
it's just like a 9 to 5.
I told you,
It's a lifestyle.
that's what I said. You can't have no friends that don't have dogs. Once you get into the dog game,
Man,
they don't go through the same shit.
they don't understand.
They don't understand the time every day. It's like
Stress.
dealing with kids that's not going to grow up on their own. They can't. It's like dealing with a whole bunch of kids and shit, man. Like, and you get to see the personality with the dogs. You got to make sure you keeping them clean, picking up shit, feeding them on time every single day. Then
Discipline.
And only then, if you're trying to raise puppies in the midst. So if you have little puppies and you decide to keep one, now you're dealing with a whole new puppy. You have to come on, feed it twice a day. They not holding their shit. They shitting and pissing everywhere. So it's a lot. It's a lot dealing with dogs.
Like, people don't realize, like, you talking about being a dog breeder, you basically talking about being a servant.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You talking about being a servant. I started realizing that the other day, a full-time babysitter, and depending on how good your service is really going to make out how your breeding program going to be, man.
They should have make you throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Boy.
And that's why you have a lot of breeders. There's lately they've been getting out the dog game.
Yeah.
Because, it can be stressful. Because what it is.
Oh, God.
Part of it now.
Oh, God.
Part of it now, like, if you're not in it for like the love of the dog, then you're gonna have it rough. If you're doing just strictly trying to get the money, man, that's not the game for you.
But some of the ones that's been truly successful though, they got a team together. They got a team together. So it ain't just one individual.
Yeah.
It's multiple individuals working together.
It's hard.
That's what I see. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard work.
Yeah, but I believe there is some people that will. This is why I will say, and kind of how he was saying, I believe there's some people that's just one, but I don't believe they're working 9 to 5s. I believe some of the better dog men out there, people who really work with dogs, they can put all their time into it.
That's what they do.
Because when you can do that, then it's a whole nother level where you're working 8, 10, 12 hours, then coming home and still got to take care of family and still got 6 hours left. And you got dogs, and you need to sleep somewhere off in between there too. Come on, man.
That's a big leap.
Listen, a lot of people ain't gonna make it, boy. Listen.
Yeah, because it can be
I ain't willing
overwhelming.
to take that type of leap to do it. Hey, I'm gonna just go full time.
I know people that do it full time.
Yeah, and they're successful with it. Yeah,
But I do also know people that do it full time, and they still don't even put the work in with their dogs.
Yeah.
They still dogs. They dogs still caged up. 12, 16 hours, 18 hours out the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Basically,
And it's funny you should say that, man, because I've been to a couple breeders, man, spots, and boy, them cages be lined up, stacked up. I'm talking about boom, boom. They top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Little, might be 30 by 30s.
Yeah.
And I know he ain't letting all them bitches out.
No. I mean,
them motherfuckers
like
realize they posted in them cages all day, sometimes a couple of days, and they'd be like, man, that's what. Once you get to, my bad, you got 20 of them. I'm talking about, especially when people got, people got crazy numbers, like, ain't no way.
Because I think, man, to a certain point, man, at least like with me, at least you want to spend time with your dog. You like to know your dog, every dog characteristic, or that's in your yard. You like to know just like, the attitude, what they do, how they, recognizing things about that bunch of dog. But when you have 20 and 30, you can't spend that much time with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't. In no way.
Truthfully speaking, it was hard for me. I got up to 12 at one point in time when I was with the Bullies. And working a 12-hour shift job and dealing with 12 bullies.
In no way.
It was rough for me. I mean, it was rough.
I've been in them numbers.
You know what I'm saying? So from the dog fights, like letting them all out together and they just get the banging, and I got to break that shit up. I just got off of work, and I couldn't do it. And I said, I wouldn't go back. Me personally, I wouldn't go back to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. Yeah. But like if I wasn't working, I think it'd make a big difference. If I wasn't working, because the grind would be different. I can put so much into it.
Like you got to put a lot of life into it. You got to miss. You gonna have, like I say, like we done talked before. You got to miss life. You got to miss. You can't go on them trips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's gonna cost you some money.
It's over with.
Yeah, like you got to be willing to sacrifice your life. Like. A lot of life to breed dogs.
But sacrifice your life.
This
shit real.
But you was loving a little. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
it's real.
You know that, but that's the love of the game.
That's what I said, man. You be serving to these dogs, like you know what I mean. Like they got to,
and then here's the kicker. You motherfuckers don't understand all the work you put into these dogs, your time, your sweat, coming home, cleaning this, doing this. Then they want to lowball on the puppy.
Oh my God, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They're lowballing it at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, man.
So if you post a dog up for $4,000, they coming at you, man. I got $1,500.
Yeah, you can get the hell on that.
Listen, you hit them with that price, they don't even hit back. Like that's what's up.
then they go find cheaper and think they got a bullet and it look like a damn pit bull, a Merle pit bull.
I swear, boy, listen, people make that mistake every time.
They don't understand. You pay for what you get.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
You pay when you try to go lowball motherfuckers and buy something like for $1,500, $2,000. It's gonna look good as a puppy.
Yeah.
But when that motherfucker grow up, it's levels to it.
6 months, you done fucked up.
Thing is, you get what you pay for it. Any and every level, not just buying a puppy. Services too. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
you right about that. Buy services. You right about that. You right about that.
Keep cutting corners. Listen,
you right about that, man.
When you find them people, when you find them plugs, that's what you need. You keep them. I got my people that I go to. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's because listen, because the price might be set lower over here. When you switch up to try to go somewhere cheaper, you fuss up every time. You end up paying double the price you gotta pay.
And
like I said, that's on everything.
Everything.
Like bootleg mechanics and all that shit.
That's
on everything.
And sometimes, and sometimes it be the same price, but you don't want to go as far because I done messed up where I'm paying the same price, but this one's closer. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to my man. I ain't got to take that trip. Well, I should have went and just took that trip.
And what it mean to you? That's up to you guys. Hey, you roll the dice.
Listen, I'm paying the same price. I just got, instead of 15 minutes, now I got to drive 2 hours.
Yeah, now you're missing the eye.
Listen, but that's where you learn. But you know where that's gonna come from? Learning from other motherfucking mistakes. Learn from your own, but others too. You had a situation where you could have learned from my mistake.
I ain't gonna speak
but I hate it because I came here talking about giving people grace. It's like, man, I see what you mean. Like, man, nah.
Sometimes you got to goddamn, man, you got to stick there. You got to stick who you got them and fucking with. But sometimes when you try to goddamn get something for a lower price, man, it just don't work out.
Whenever you cut corners, that's what you got to deal with. You got to be ready for them consequences.
See, he dealt with the biggest. Tell him about your, I think you might told me before, about the dog, about the puppies you took. You went to someone to try to get it cheaper.
Yes, I ended up I was doing C-section here. I was doing my C-section here at actual Foothills. Off of Rutherford Road.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I tried to cut a little corner and save about $600 and shot down to Georgia for a little C-section. Had the same C-section done, 6 months prior, dropped a whole litter of 9. All my puppies lived.
Yeah.
Got to cut the corner and got down, save 600, shoot down to Georgia. Got down the whole litter of 9. Another litter of 9 dropped again. All of them died.
But now, Pete, this though now.
All of them died.
But Pete, this when the market was jumping. This before before COVID.
Yeah.
So he missed out on the easy 40 ball.
Yeah.
Easy 40,000.
Yeah.
Because this right before the market was fucked up.
Yeah,
So you can sell just a normal freight for $4,000 or $5,000. Because he sold the 9 before that, he made it pretty good off that right there.
Yeah. But and then kind of find out, like I said, I lost 2 or 3 puppies that first day that the C-section was done. But anyway, kind of find out when I ended up going back down to the vet, because I ended up going back down there, and they end up having what's the airborne disease they got for the dogs? I can't think of it right now, top of my head.
Kennel cough.
No, not kennel cough.
Not Parvo.
Parvo. They had a case of Parvo in there.
Oh man.
Case of Parvo in there the same day that I went out to do my C-section, and that's what it was pretty much. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so
I mean, just by saving, just by trying to cut a little corner and save a little money, man, it ended up costing me a whole lot, So I never use that vet again. I tell you that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can happen to any vet. You know what I'm saying? You got vets that deal with parvo cases all day, every day. But it's all how they contain it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how do you contain that?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like you said here, if they kind of had any thought that might have been an issue, they should have told you nah, we're not even going. You know what I mean? For the sake of the health of
me in
your
on
dog,
that way or whatever it may be.
Tell me to take my ass back home.
Yeah.
Listen, we ain't gonna take no chances, man. Especially you got something like that, boy.
But that was a lit too.
But like you say, man, hot damn.
Yeah, that was
you
a
never
lit.
can say, man. Like you say, a lot of them sicknesses like that, man, they hit so quick. And if you ain't got that medicine right there, you gotta order it and go get it.
Man, but it's like a week-old puppies. You ain't got no medicine.
One day, 2 days, and then
basically you just watching them die.
That's it.
Watching them.
Hoping and praying.
Yep.
They usually don't.
And that's the worst thing to see a dog that's dropping weight.
Oh man.
And you trying to put it on the titty and looking good. And you're like, what the hell?
This shit sad. Because it's like they just dying slow, man.
Yeah.
They came in.
I don't even want to think about that, bro. I've seen too much.
So that's what I said. Like, people don't understand. People don't understand. Like, what we go through as breeders.
I didn't look at that. We dealing with life and death, yearly.
And it's bad because I'm numb to it now. I'm so numb to it now. It's like
it's crazy because people don't understand. You watch them die slow. They're not eating. They get your skin.
Time after time.
Then they're not moving. This not no 1 or 2 times. This happens all the time, man.
Especially if you've been doing it for a while, man. God.
Well, 23. I lost 21 puppies.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So I ain't lost that many, but I can remember every one. I had to wrap off in some cloth, man.
And it was most of it. Most of them was our fault because we didn't know. We didn't know what coccyx it was. We didn't know how to. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't know. So you end up losing a Kobe little like that, man. Like, just if you got to do what you got to do, you got to clean. You got to do whatever you got to do. You can't half step or you gonna pay. Lost a lot of money that year.
That's the thing with the dogs, man. You cannot half step. You can't take shortcuts.
Don't take no shortcuts.
It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. Big time.
You ain't lying, boy. I lost, boy. Listen, you crazy to say that, man, because I just had an issue where 3 pups were lost. Like you said, man, cutting corners. Damn, man.
And then the thing is, when the dog died, when the puppy died, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You should
think about what you could have did and should have did, and now it's too late.
And it's probably something simple you could have did.
Yeah.
But now you had a couple $1,000 to some bullshit. Being lazy. Don't be lazy. Don't half step. Do what you got to do. Spend what you got to spend. Get it out the way.
I think this video should be named The Life of a Breeder.
This is a sad video, but I'm feeling sick right now.
Hey, Bree can be happy and sad. That's real.
You know what, though, man? I mean,
it's good and bad.
Yeah. But you know what? That got me thinking too, man. Like you say, how we was talking about the prices and everything, man. What all we go through, man. Like damn, boy. You know what I mean?
man.
Even when they're well, like still, giving them shots, worming them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, damn, I just bought some worm the other day. I got to go back there and snatch all them dogs up. And luckily, that shit kind of got some flavor to it. So they kind of halfway be wanting to eat it, man. But still, you got to run them down and pick them all up for shots. And it's like, boy, hey, we like doctors, breeders, parents, trainers, man, all wrapped in one, boy. Listen,
take photos,
photographers, filmmakers, editors.
But like I say, man, that's why I say I feel like the most successful to me. I feel like the most successful breeders have been the ones that still been on top and still been producing quality shit. Than the ones that's got a team in place.
I agree with that. I think you only can go so far by yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's gonna get a point where, you got to have some people.
Got to, because as you start growing, you got to have a team. Because you can't be like, it's hard to be going out of town doing this, all this shit by yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then especially if you have multiple dogs you want to show, 2 or 3 dogs.
You got to have some help. You got to have help. It ain't nothing easy to being at a table, being at your own booth by yourself is not, and you want to put your dog in shows. That's hard. It's hard to do.
I couldn't imagine.
You can't by yourself, and you gotta try to, because people come by your booth where they ain't seeing nothing over there because you in the ring.
Yeah,
you gotta watch your dog.
Yeah, you do gotta watch your dog because there's some dirty people in this world.
I mean, I see individual breeders that's doing it. As I look around, but the more so. The ones that's really doing it though, they got a team.
Yeah, and you might not see the team. It might be behind the scenes.
Also, they ain't working no 12 hours.
No, they ain't working. They ain't working 12.
I don't know. I'm really getting that personal life, but
I don't know like that, my G.
But some of them, man, you'd be surprised what some of them do.
Let me ask you: do y'all believe they're making? Because I be seeing some of these posts and dudes be like, "Yeah, man, that one dog right there, I could have sold her for $200,000." Like, is it just dogs?
Cap.
Are they selling
that? A
that?
lot of it be cap.
You know what I mean? Like some of these prices, some of these people be putting on some of these dogs. Are they selling that many dogs, or what else? Or are they? There's a lot of. I see someone speaking. There's a lot of this dog money used to fund other things that is keeping them being able to be a dog breeder.
Put like this, a lot of it be capped.
Yeah.
About 80, 85%, not maybe 90%. Okay. Yeah. A lot of these, especially the new breeders.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I have, me personally, like I said, I like to speak on facts. Yeah. I've seen receipts where a particular breeder made $100,000 off of one stud. Now how he classified that was he showed me all the receipts from stud fees.
Yeah.
Puppies he don't have off in-house breeds. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he made his $100,000 off the dog.
The value of the dog, what it's brought in.
Right, $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So he paid $15 for it and turned around and made $100 off of it.
I know personally how to expect bullies. This market right now, you got a couple that's still getting it. They and that's just you got a couple staples out there, but it's not there. It's not there.
Money not there.
No, it's not. It can't. No way. There's no way. Because even if you see some of the big boys stud feed $1,500. You know what I'm saying? They knocking the little man on out the box because they got to get theirs too.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to go spend $5 on a stud fee.
But see, that's what
I can see it right now.
Yeah, that's what the game coming down to because now they're dropping the prices down. Because when you got these big time breeders, they dog they were studying out at 5,000 or 4,000 at one time. Now they bringing them down to 2,000. Yeah. That's knocking the little man out the bottom. It's gonna be hard for you to eat.
Yeah. You got it by 100, 750. You seeing it all day long. Like beautiful studs.
And what the crazy thing is why would I go spend $2,500 which pay $2,500 or $3,500 for a puppy off of you? I can go pay $2,500 or $3,500 and breed to the same dog and drop a whole other litter myself. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, then you got C-section and all that. Some people try to take them. They don't want to have to pay for that.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's true. But if I'm gonna drop a whole litter for $2,500,
Yeah, but that's a lot to worry about. You know what crunch time is?
Yeah, but it's new breeds we talking about too, though.
Well, they don't know yet. And a lot
They
of them
don't
fuck
know.
up early.
They gonna find out.
They gonna fucking find
And then at the
out.
same time too, even if they have the puppies, man, what I'm learning, I'm seeing so much, man. Your marketing, man, it's got to be on point nowadays.
Man,
Promote
marketing
these
is key.
dogs.
Yeah,
It's
That's
key.
everything.
It's
man.
key.
yeah.
No, it's key. How much do you put into your marketing? How much effort and emphasis do you put on your marketing?
I put
That's
a lot.
number one.
I say I put a lot,
enough.
but I need to get better at it.
Yeah.
I put a lot. Like I try to go hard, but I need to get better at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Figure out better ways to package it. You know what I mean? What I'm putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But,
right.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, going on with that. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
I
grind.
could be doing more, but
But that's everything.
Yeah.
Because I seen a news the other day, man. This dude up north somewhere, he breed cane corsos, and his neighborhood was getting mad because they was always barking and sometimes getting out. Man, this shit looks so sad. Like he had damn near somebody had a video on his back there. He probably had about 11, about 10, 11 of them cane corsos. But
On
you
his
could
back there?
yeah. Now they did an interview with him. He said like 5 or 6 was his. Like he's stumbling like, yeah, 5 or 6 was mine. But then we had some puppies. So basically you could kind of tell from the video, okay, he maybe had 4 or 5. One of them had a litter, about 6, 7. Boy, he couldn't move none of them. Boy, them be big as hell. You know what I mean? So he got 11.
that's a risk you
11
take because
yeah,
if you can't sell them dogs, guess what?
man.
You gotta feed them.
Because
What do you do when you can't move?
What about? I mean, shoot, you got to think of something because you're gonna have to keep.
Do you go Darrow way? Or what?
What's
Well, my
their
way.
way?
What,
Hold on, let me see what that is. He from the West Coast.
After I start dropping $100, listen, after a certain month, my mom start dropping $100 a day.
No,
And I say
no,
25. Oh, she's 23,
No, what
22.
Huh? With the
colon or something.
put them down.
No, I don't even remember talking about no putting no down, not no good dog now.
No.
Good dog.
What do you say?
Color.
But listen, Colin is at day 1 or 2. Not 4 or 5 months in.
Yeah.
Listen, 4 or 5 months in, that's how
That ain't no bullshit no more.
You supposed to have did that. Like, soon as they dropped out, okay, you got 10 of them. Boy, I like these 5. I like these 5 right here.
Yeah.
Or maybe these 3.
And so they good. They good on
The
that.
rest of them, that's how Colin works.
Okay.
But yeah, 4 5 months, nah, you murdered. That's psycho. Listen.
It's a child somewhere that could have used this dog.
It's a psycho. Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta start checking, boy. Listen, I need to start taking a picture with every dog you see. You ain't moving them like that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If it's one I can't get of, I try to find it a good home.
Oh, you know,
Especially like older people, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they, especially like bullies, because they pretty gentle. They just,
Yeah, they ain't hard to deal.
Yeah, like I'll do that, or maybe try to do a co-own on it or something like that.
But it's common though that it's very common though that a lot of people can't sell dogs because what happened they get into it because they hear like Frenchie selling or bully selling, so they think that you can get 2 dogs and breed them and people just come knocking down your door. It don't work like that because there's so many people that's selling better quality than you and might be at the same price you selling yours.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the problem. So a lot of people do get stuck with dogs. A lot of people forced to sell them for $200, $300.
It's overpopulated.
Yeah,
It's
some people
just
damn give them away.
overpopulated right now. That's all it is.
Shit,
It's
if I ever see
overpopulated.
a Frenchie sold for $200 or $300,
I bet you they've been out there.
Oh,
I bet you that.
Yeah,
I bet you that.
Give me 24 hours. I bet you I can find.
I know I can find you.
That's crazy.
Matter of fact, I can put a Facebook post right now. Anybody know some French for 200?
That's crazy.
You get them breeders that
people in
just
my
bred
inbox.
or something. Didn't know,
Low key.
don't know nothing about DNA and all that. Oh yeah. 500.
Listen, motherfuckers be like,
Yeah.
well, if you come down to Columbia, I got you.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but I be looking on them posts when they have like Frenchies for like 1,000 or 1,500.
But it ain't nothing a breeder would want.
And that's what they be worth, man.
Yeah, it ain't nothing a breeder would want.
Yeah. And that be too. I be trying to tell people, man, like, or I advise, like, man, if you ain't got that benchmark dog, like that real outstanding dog, I don't breed. Or listen, just because you got a dog that's hot, that ain't it.
Yeah.
That ain't it, boy. You setting yourself up for. Listen, if there ain't people knocking down your doors telling you, and I ain't talking about just like your kids, like, boy, I love that dog, daddy. Listen, if you ain't take this dog out and it's not there breaking necks and drawing attention, and you ain't even thinking about breeding, and people ain't ask you like, hey, you ever breed? You have puppies? Where can I get one? Like, there got to be a reason behind it, not just okay, I got one and Frenchies are hot right now. Mm-hmm. Boy, you setting yourself up. Like, really, this is kind of a warning, man. You know what I mean? I think that's what we need to do right now, like a warning for people out there. If you might be thinking about getting some dogs, doing some breeding, man, think again.
Well, see, that's what I say. I tell everybody, man, like, and, you know, so a lot of people say I'm wrong for it, but I breed for myself first. But at the same time, though, I'm not breeding for no breeders. I breed for myself first, and then I breed for pet homes second.
Okay.
You know, at the end of the day, if you want to breed your dog, you got that option. You know, if you want to breed it, you know, if I say you a dog, you want to breed it, that's cool. But I breed for myself. Keep back, go on out what I want to go on, and pet home the rest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got people that's breeding and trying to sell a dog for $10,000, $15,000. Shit, I expect to make $20,000, $30,000 off that goddamn $10,000, $15,000 dog, right? Or wrong?
What the breeding? What the puppies gonna bring?
Whatever. If I pay $10,000 for a dog, I plan on making double that.
I mean, there's some dogs that are just hunting dogs that go for $10,000. Like, it's not saying that
that's
it's
hunting. That's hunting though. That's
okay. So
dog.
basically, so you're saying all exotics are breeding dogs?
Huh?
If a person buys exotic for $10,000, you just find a. There's nothing to say that you're supposed to make $10,000 off of.
What you gonna do with that exotic?
That dog right there is a $10,000 dog, not what comes off of.
Well, what you gonna do with that exotic though? That's the question. What am I buying that exotic dog for $10,000 for? Am I buying it to just have it in the house?
For your home. I didn't tell it to you.
No, if me personally, if I spend $10,000 for that dog, I'm planning on making $20,000 to $30,000 off that dog.
That ain't what I'm saying. Hold up. So you tell him, okay. Me, when I sell my dogs, I don't know, maybe you might be wrong. I don't sell my dogs as you gonna make no money. I'm selling you a good dog. But I'm selling you a
money making part on your if you that's what they responsible for that.
No, but see what it's talking about is more breeder to a breeder on that kind of level, not like you just selling to Blow Joe. Yeah, and he want to try to think he gonna make this. Nah, because a breeder to a breeder is expectations of making money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's definitely got to be established.
No, established through.
So if I go to a high class breeder,
through the price.
If I go to a high class breeder, right? You say I go on Instagram, one of these high class breeders, hit them up. Hey man, I'm liking your Frenchies. What's the price? I got one for $8,000. Mm-hmm. So he's obligated to already know that I'm expected to make money. That I'm not just buying his dog for $8,000 because I like it.
Yeah. You never know though. He don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
No, but
that's his price.
If I reach out to a breeder, reach out to you, and you tell me your dog, this puppy right here, this particular puppy is $8,000, right? Yeah. Me going in, I'm spending $8,000 because I'm expecting 16 to 20.
I don't know that though.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
No, I just sold you $8,000 worth of good dog.
I ain't telling you. I'm not saying like you. I'm not saying like yo.
But it ain't the breeder fault if you don't make it.
Right. I'm investing. Okay, you got a dog for $8,000. Okay, shit. Y'all like that motherfucker. I think I can goddamn make 16 to 20 off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm getting that dog because I want that dog. I really want this dog right here.
That's where the game messed up.
That's what
I think that's where the game messed up.
No, because the breeder like is levels to it, and so like if say reach out to me and say okay, how much you selling this dog for, and I say 10,000, I might look at his profile. Okay, he trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have an understanding right there. There's a difference between I'm selling that dog to Joe Blow. He ain't
But
really
Joe
got
Blow paying the same price.
But
He's still paying 8 too.
Yeah, but he ain't got no expectations. He ain't trying to make no money. Like, he a breeder. So it's gonna be like understanding.
I see what you mean. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because like we breeders, like we're not buying like dogs from smaller breeders.
Yeah.
If you stepping up to the level and you know that my dogs is like, and I got that's another thing. You got to make sure that person have established program. He been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
His dogs is kind of known in the game. That's another thing too, because you can spend $10,000 on a dog, but if that dog just Joe Blow and he been in the basement.
So
I had a customer, man, to be honest with you. I had a customer tell me, so she brought a dog, this particular woman brought a dog for me. She paid $4,500, $5,500 for a puppy.
Yeah.
Then she reached back out to me like maybe 6 months to a year later, asking about another dog.
Yeah.
And she hit me with, dang, she before she brought this dog, before she brought another dog, she said, dang, your price is still up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My price still up there. My price is still my price, regardless. Like I tell everybody, Polo still got their price, Gucci, da. And she ended up buying another dog from somebody else after she said, your price still up there. But at the same time, though, she still to this day on my page or on my social media, you produce the best puppies, this, that, and the third, da. And she still push my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? To this day. Because
she's a breeder, but she's a breeder.
No, she a pet owner.
Pet owner.
Don't breed.
Oh yeah, that's why I got a lot of people who got love for my dogs.
You paying that certain amount of money.
But
that's different.
What is expected from a breeder?
You got to make that choice.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, I'm looking for those pet homes. I'm looking for those people that's gonna really, you're gonna spend 45, 55, 65, whatever. Most of them, truthfully speaking, most of them sold a dog for $8,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna pay those prices for this quality. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm selling you pet quality, but at the same time, though, if you want to breed, by all means, go ahead and do it.
Because you are expecting to make something out breeding to a top quality dog. At least top quality.
But what is expected? Is anything expected from the breeder you're buying from other than just giving you a quality dog? The same quality dog that he would sell to somebody else who's not going to breed.
A health card, meaning
but he's going to give them a health card too.
Yeah, you're going to get the same health card. The pet owner going to get the same.
So really ain't no different.
It ain't.
You know what I mean?
Only difference you're going to get is AKC papers.
So really the only expectation is really in your mind, because after he sold you that dog,
bingo,
he done.
Checkmate. You know what I'm saying? What it is.
Say no more.
You take a chance.
Yeah.
That's why you research programs. You research the breeder, how he do with his customers after he sell you that dog.
Yeah.
Like most breeders, you can't. They not gonna hold your hand, bro. It ain't. Don't sit here and think they finna promote your dogs more than they promote.
Most breeders won't even post the breeding.
Yeah.
They won't even promote. Like they won't even if you put up a post saying, hey, I got this breeding coming or whatever. Off they dog.
Tag they camp and everything.
See, they don't post it.
Yeah.
Most don't. Why?
But see, that's why I would like to change the game with fours on my end, because if you fuck with me and you spending money with me, the best I can do is, man, at least help you. That's another thing. These breeds don't even help.
Yeah.
At least I can do. My thing to help it is like sharing your post on 3 different platforms.
But you know what?
Talking about
the old school breeders used to do that.
Yeah.
Raising Cane Kennels.
Yeah.
When I first bred my first Frenchie, the Raising Cane Kennels, Fu Manchu, off of Sugar Daddy. They pushed that. They pushed it heavily. You know what I'm saying? And they helped me move. Like I said, that was the first litter I had of all 9 puppies. I moved all 9 puppies. I actually moved 3 puppies through them alone just by sharing. You know what I'm saying? And then I sold 6. You know,
in my mind, it seems like that helps them. You know what I mean? It brings more light. Like, if I got good dogs that I'd have sold to you and you're breeding and producing, like how you said, I think we talk sometimes where you want to control the.
But the thing about all that, when the breeders, it's also how you promote too. Yeah. Your picture taking. Yeah. If you taking some ugly ass pictures, and you can have a nice dog, but if them pictures ugly as hell, this big breeder ain't gonna want this associated with his dog.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now you take a picture worth putting up. They'll shit. You know what I'm saying? They should share.
It's not even the picture. It's the dog. Because if a lot of breeds like this right here, you want to breed to me, I'm gonna take that quick look $2,000 and breed to that dog, which might be some bullshit.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna never post that look.
They're not gonna post
so,
it.
Yeah, if you got to be real. If you taking a damn pocket to a damn nano, your dogs probably ain't getting posted.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
I don't want no. Like you say, I don't want no part of that right there.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what it is. I mean,
I want my name tied to that. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah, if he fucked around and sold your handicap dog, guess what? He ain't never gonna post your dog, even if he sold it to you.
That's facts. That is facts. I will say that.
Well, anything on your mind, man? We've been chopping up for a little minute, boy. That storm about to come through. I got something next time we get together, man. I want y'all to kind of think on this because I've been thinking about it. What? And I know y'all heard this term before, dog man. Dog man. You know what I mean? Like back in the days, that's where certain people that they qualify to use that term when they were, you know what I mean, defined what they do, say they were dog men. I delved into that word a little bit because at one time that's what I thought I was striving and wanted to be. But after really defining it with my definition, what I think it is, I'm never going to be a dog man. I'm never going to be the true definition of what I believe a dog man is. I'm never going to be that.
Dogs before family. That's what a dog man is.
You touched on it, but I want to speak on that.
I ain't gonna touch on, but some people say, it's fucked up, to each his own, but when you're a dog man, I'm not a dog man.
Yeah.
But when you're a dog man, it's like your life is nothing but dogs.
Yeah.
Your kids, is whatever, but your dogs, they consider you a dog man when you knee deep in it. I will never be like that.
But I want to speak on that. I want y'all to think on that right there. What y'all know from experience or people, maybe y'all got someone like, okay, this was a dog man I used to know. This is how he, and I want us to speak on that right there because I kind of delved into that because I ain't gonna lie, like, well, dog man one day.
But I'm saying, but that's the thing though, like back in the days, the dog man, when they consider a dog man, he been around for years. He done did it, man. He still doing it. He might be 60, 70 years old. So sometimes people nowadays, they just use the term loose. Just like a look.
It's a title. A prefix.
Then this was like, they might say dog man JT. Dog man such and such. That's not considered that.
Nah.
Because you got to put like 10, 15 years into it. Yeah.
Word.
Because the word we putting into it now, watching dog puppies die, the struggle. This shit is not easy. Everybody think they can just come in and do it. But it's not easy, man, because you develop a cold heart dealing with these dogs.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's up. Well, hey, y'all, appreciate y'all coming through, man, on this it's Memorial Day, man. Y'all see how it's looking out here in South Carolina. Man, we appreciate y'all stopping through to check us out, man. You already know it's your boy DJ from Pure Quality Canine. Make sure y'all check me out on YouTube.
This your boy JT. Oh yeah, sorry we haven't got back to the comments. How people been leaving comments, and we're gonna try to make sure we kind of get back to all the comments. Even the bad ones,
even the crazy ones, man. Cause y'all been wilding. You watching this video, you know who you are.
Yeah,
you wilding.
But anyway,
man, this JoJo with South Exotic.
And it said World Star Bulls. Make sure you check out my Facebook page, World Star Bulls. We'll have some breeds coming up out for Lucky. And then that's it. That being said,
man, we'll check y'all next time. We out.